As men age, there's one reality that often takes them by surprise: a noticeable drop in semen volume. Gone is the powerful projection they once knew. It's replaced by a slow, unsatisfying dribble. For many, this shift can feel like a personal defeat, a threat to their masculinity. And understandably so, I frequently hear the same concern in my clinic. Doctor, is something wrong with me? I'm Dr. Samra, a board-certified urologist dedicated to men's health and longevity. Let's talk about this issue openly, without shame, without misinformation, and without false promises. To fully understand what's happening, we need to look at the science of ejaculation, its anatomy, physiology, and the biological changes that come with aging. Only when we understand the process from within can we seek genuine solutions. There are countless suggestions online. Unfortunately, many of these come from non-experts who offer flashy advice that sounds good but fails under scientific scrutiny. In medicine, results require more than hope. They require understanding and strategy. And that begins with accepting one fundamental truth: aging changes everything. But understanding those changes gives us the power to slow their impact. This idea of slowing down aging, it's not just thoughtful optimism anymore. Today, we call it longevity science. It's the pursuit of extending not just our years, but our youthful function well into later life. Yes, aging is inevitable, but how you age and how fast is something you can absolutely influence. And in men's health, that includes ejaculatory volume and function. Let's begin at the root, the source of semen. Now, I'll use the term semen here for clarity. Although the more accurate word is ejaculate, the fluid released during orgasm. Many assume that semen comes directly from the testicles, but in reality, sperm produced in the testicles only makes up a small percentage of the final ejaculate, often less than 5%. Most of what comes out during ejaculation, the fluid, the volume, is created by two major sources: the seminal vesicles, responsible for roughly 70% of the volume, and the prostate gland, which adds another 25 to 30%. With age, these glands, particularly the seminal vesicles, naturally begin to slow down in production, just like your skin, joints, or metabolism. It's not disease, it's biology. That's why the changes you notice are not only common, but expected, unless you actively do something about it. Think of it this way: when you were in your 20s, your body refueled fast. You could have a new erection and full ejaculation within minutes. That changes. By age 90, the interval between erections, called the refractory period, can stretch to days or even weeks. Similarly, it takes longer for the seminal vesicles to refill. They aren't broken, just slower. If you're ejaculating daily in your 50s or 60s, the volume will naturally decline. That's not failure. It's predictable physiology. Fortunately, there's good evidence to help optimize this situation. A compelling MRI study involving over 100 male participants showed that the size and fullness of the seminal vesicles were directly related to abstinence. The longer the interval between ejaculations, the more volume accumulated, up to a point. Peak buildup occurred after about 7 to 8 days, after which the effect plateaued. But here's the nuance. While abstinence increases volume, it doesn't necessarily mean higher quality. Extended abstinence, particularly beyond a week, can increase DNA fragmentation and reduce sperm motility, making the sperm less effective. That matters for fertility, but if your concern is purely visual volume and orgasm force, longer buildup correlates with more impressive results. Just remember, as you age, the refill rate slows down. Patience becomes power. If you're finding this valuable, don't forget to subscribe or share. Your engagement supports medically accurate, no-nonsense conversations like this. In the online space, your click is the modern-day applause. Now let's move to a crucial question I often hear. Is there any way to speed up this process? Can we hack semen production naturally? Science doesn't have a clear, definitive answer, yet. But that doesn't mean we're completely without clues. Some patients report increased volume after periods of prolonged foreplay or higher states of arousal. Scientifically, this makes sense. Enter the Coolidge effect, a well-documented biological phenomenon. In one study, men exposed to images of novel, attractive individuals produced notably higher semen volumes and more motile sperm than those exposed to familiar stimuli. This isn't just fantasy, it's evolutionary wiring. The human reproductive system is primed to invest more when it believes it has a greater chance of successful reproduction. The novelty increases dopamine, enhances testosterone response, and triggers the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis, all contributing to a stronger, more robust ejaculation. So yes, stimulation and variety, even visual, has a real physiological impact. This brings us to the second key issue. Not just how much you ejaculate, but how forcefully it happens. Because without propulsion, even a good volume can appear underwhelming. What controls the jet effect? It's a tightly coordinated action between your nervous system and the muscles of the pelvic floor. Before ejaculation even begins, there's a phase called emission, the gathering of fluids from the prostate and seminal vesicles into the urethra, like loading ammunition into a chamber. What happens next is expulsion, largely powered by two vital muscles, the bulbospongiosus and the ischiocavernosus. And here's something important. If these muscles aren't firing correctly, the result is weak, dribbling ejection. Now you might be thinking, I should do Kegel exercises to strengthen those muscles. Hold that thought. Contrary to popular advice, Kegels aren't always the answer. In fact, for many men, they worsen the problem. Here's why. These muscles don't fail from weakness alone. They often become overactive, tight, rigid, contracted, especially in men dealing with stress, poor posture, or even unconscious tension like teeth grinding during sleep. Trying to strengthen an already tight muscle with Kegels can actually increase the dysfunction. It's like tightening a guitar string that's already overstressed. Eventually, it snaps. So what's driving this overactivity? Many factors, but one main contributor is sarcopenia, the medically recognized loss of muscle mass that begins subtly around the age of 30 and accelerates past 50. It doesn't just affect your arms or legs, it impacts your pelvic floor as well. Weak or imbalanced pelvic muscles often try to compensate by staying in a constant state of tension, a condition similar to a muscle spasm. So despite seeming tight, they're functionally fatigued and underperforming. That's why your first step should be to release and relax these muscles before you even consider strengthening them. My recommendation? Work with a pelvic floor physiotherapist, ideally one trained in men's health. Research shows that most men don't have proper awareness of their pelvic muscles to begin with. You can't fix what you can't feel. Don't fool yourself into thinking YouTube exercises alone will solve this. Real training starts with awareness, diagnosis, and professional guidance. So let's be clear. Aging may be unavoidable, but early decline is not. You can change the trajectory, but it takes clarity, commitment, and the right tactics. Semen volume isn't dictated by luck. It follows biological laws, including hormonal status, ejaculation frequency, pelvic muscle function, and the intensity of arousal. If your goal is to improve, you need a strategy, not superstition. Bigger loads aren't the stuff of myths. They're the product of medical understanding, smart habits, and a willingness to take control of your health. So fight muscle loss, train intelligently, and partner with specialists who understand your concerns without judgment. If you found value in this grounded, science-forward approach, consider subscribing. Your support helps amplify real conversations, the ones that matter in a world filled with noise. I'm Dr. Samra Turajilich, trusted by patients, guided by evidence, and committed to helping you live stronger, longer, and better. See you in the next video.